Talking about simple steps anyone can take to help someone with mental health issues.
Oh,
All right, so have you ever felt lost or even down in the dumps, or even scared about every little thing not working out? I'm sure a decent amount of people have felt that. For sure, I have felt that way. I may have felt that way, but 10 times worse than normal. At a young age, I was diagnosed with major depression and major anxiety. My adolescent years, growing up with more diagnoses, continue to add up, but not by much. Still bad, but not by much. But how were my friends and family affected by this? It was difficult for them, but in the end, I grew up to be stronger mentally, and I learned to deal with my mental illness. And I am here today to share my understanding on helping another with mental health issues. I'm going to explain what mental health is next. Mental health has been brought up so much recently, so let me explain. Mental health is a state of mental well being that enables people to cope with stresses of life, realizing their abilities, learn well, and work well, and contribute to their community. A quote from the World Health Organization: mental disorders mess with the normal way of thinking. Mental disorders and psychological disabilities, as well as other mental states associated with significant distress, impairment in function, or risk of self harm. Another quote from the World Health Organization. Now, mental disorders can come in many different shapes and can affect a person either their whole life or for a few years, depending on the depending on the amount and stress and mental disorder type. Now, why is it important to help or get a better understanding of mental health? In your day-to-day life, you could pass someone with a mental disorder and they could look completely okay, wonderful even. Well, in most cases, mental disorders like depression, it can come off as easy for people who struggle with depression to hide their true feelings. Supporting a loved one or even a friend, it's always good to respect their decisions, even if it seems difficult. Prodding too much or asking the same question, like, "Are you okay?" or "Are you doing fine?" multiple times can cause a rift, and even the other person might not want to talk about it at all. Overbearing behaviors can make someone feel stuck. Being respectful of boundaries and help your loved one or friend is the best thing you can do. But never ignore comments about suicide. Even if your loved one or friend doesn't agree about getting help, it is the best course of action to get help for someone who's going through those comments or feeling those actions. Like, you can also seek help through a hotline or even go to the hospital just to see if they're okay. In short story, last resort normally is the hospital, but always good to go double check. Understanding mental disorders is also a key factor. Getting to know what mental disorders are can help you understand ways to support your loved ones or friends. Now, as a person who struggles with mental health, I would have to say I have to appreciate the support of my friends and family. But sometimes people need more than just support, just like I did. Professional help of therapists, psychiatrists, I still currently see them today, as they had helped me form into a better mentally stable person, along with other professional helpers in this field. Mental health is always being studied, and psychologists try to figure out new ways and better ways to help those who struggle. Those people who have studied to help people who struggle with mental health know what they're doing. That's why it's important to not step in while they're trying to help and do their job. In some cases, if you notice a licensed mental health professional not doing what they're supposed to, it's always good to step in. As for me, that has happened one time. When a loved one, oh, sorry. um, but when my loved one stepped in, I got new help, of course. So, But even so, while your loved one or friend is getting care and help, what about you? If you are feeling down or scared about your loved one or friend, it's okay to talk to someone to help cope with the uneasiness that you feel or the scared fact that your loved one or friend is going through something. Uh, Dealing with mental health and understanding coping with it, coping to help them, coping for yourself, supporting them, supporting yourself is great steps into becoming aware of what to do. Mental health is going to be something everyone will struggle with, either once in their life or their whole life. Taking time out of your day to learn facts about mental health and a disorder, I give you the full control to learn more and do research. Helping someone out is also a key factor once you learn more, learn more and do research. But it's also just in general good to get a better understanding, even if your loved one or friends are not struggling. But always good to know information about it just in case. But sorry, lost my train of thought. Helping someone out, yeah, that's where I was. Sorry, I was fumbling. Also, letting the professionals take the wheel and providing the best care they can is important. Also, validating your feelings is amazing, and it's okay to talk to somebody about your feelings. In closing, you just knowing that you understand, finding ways to help, showing that you care by listening, it shows that you care. Thank you. That's my speech, guys.
That was excellent.